practice something with you. Okay, tip your pelvis back into your imprint here. Do you feel how your low back seals to the mat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm using the image of a coffee filter lately.
Okay.
So here's your coffee filter. It's a circle that runs from your rib cage all the way down to your pelvis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you know how coffee filters are hollow?
Mm-hmm.
Can you push that belly button down to your backbone and feel that? How you're sinking down into the mat? And then can you imagine a marble right in the middle? So it goes right into the middle of your coffee filter.
Okay.
Okay, does that help you kind of feel that connection between your ribs and hips?
Yeah.
Okay. So when Joseph Pilates does the 100, he does it with the heels just about 1 inch off of the floor.
No thanks.
I want you to just try that. Do everything I just told you to do. Pull your abs down to your belly button and see if you can you could start off like by lifting them higher. And then one leg at a time, right? Okay, and then stretch them out. And just see how low you can bring them. I know, right?
He's crazy.
Yeah, okay, so go ahead and bring it down. So that's not realistic for most people.
No.
It's super, super, super hard.
Mm-hmm.
So like a beginner variation would be feet on the floor. So demonstrate that. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. Mm-hmm. And so let's just start from there and show what it's like to even get up into that curl, because that's a whole battle too, right?
Yeah.
We see clients with their heads straight up in the air, all kinds of things like that. Okay, so let's just show a curl. Have your hands just come on out to the side. We're gonna do that nice neutral neck alignment, so your neck is set. Good. Where are you looking?
In between the knees.
Mm-hmm. So her eye gaze is going in between the knees, and the cervical spine follows the thoracic spine. So they're basically in the same alignment. Okay, go ahead and lay back down. Okay, the other really important part of this, again, is 100 things at once. So if you just do 2 of them, you're good. Is that you are working on closing the rib cage with your exhale and opening the rib cage with your inhale. And boy, you have a bony little left rib cage
bony
there.
ribs,
Yeah. So we're gonna knit in and down, and release up and out. Yeah. So my hands are going in and down when she exhales, and they're going up and out when she inhales. Good. And if you have really tight shoulders, you're going to have this little bit of a forward rounding there. And so our ultimate goal is eventually to be able to get those shoulders to rest flat on the floor. But everybody's somewhere in their journey, including Katie and including me. Okay, so you got that part, right? Okay, you got the TA engaging. So when you're exhaling, you're also pulling that belly button to your backbone. So I'm going to put my hand right here, and you guys can see it kind of sinking in, and then it floats up. And these are tiny moves, but you use your x-ray vision to see that hand sinking down. She does have a really good TA contraction. Okay. Now the next component of this, which again, we're not going to add the feet or anything, is going to be that pumping of the arms. And how does that go in class for you? You see variations?
See a lot
You
of
see all the freestyle of the pumping of the arms, right? So the way I was taught it is to imagine that there is a band right across your shoulder blades, your scapula, or at your bra line. And you're kind of pulling the scapula down into that band. Okay? Is that what you were taught?
Yeah.
Okay. And then your arms are moving from the shoulder joint, because a lot of times we see
Your elbows.
Yeah, elbows too. Okay, so without even coming up into that curl, yes, Nala, you're such a good helper. Can you just bring your hands up into, yep, and then start pumping. Yes, and do you guys notice how Katie's body isn't shaking with the arm pump? So we're stabilizing the core and we're mobilizing the arm, but part of the core is actually where that scapula sits on the back of the rib cage. So she's able to move those arms without her whole body shaking and going everywhere. And that alone is a nice little workout, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And then just for her, and for all of us, right? But one of the things I'm going to cue for her is to try to squeeze the shoulder blades together in the back. Yes. Because she's tends to be what we call protracted or rounded forward in the shoulders, meaning that I can kind of get my hand underneath here. And so a lot of us are like that. And this gives her an extra little stretch in the pectoralis and engagement in the rhomboids and lower traps, which are right back here. Yep, got all that? Okay, good. Okay, so relax. And you guys, not every workout is gonna have all of this detailed instruction because they're not all quite this extensive. Okay, so with your feet on the floor, let's see if we could put all those things together. So she's gonna come up to the curl first. Good. She's gonna stretch those arms out. She's gonna work on her first inhale, so expanding the rib cage as she starts to pump her arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now she exhales as belly button to her back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then she inhales, and she can actually feel those ribs touching the outside of her arms as she does that. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, ribs expand out, and you do feel that expansion. It may or may not touch the outside or the inside of your arm, but you can actually feel it getting closer, right? Talk to me. Carry on a conversation.
I can't.
Tell me things.
No.
How are my grandchildren?
They're great.
One more time. Expand. And contract, pull that belly button down. So you're seeing that belly button, and I know you can't see through her arm or Nala's butt. No, Nala. And then relax all the way back down. And so we did about, what, 50 probably? Yeah. Okay, so an advancement from there, she has her feet flat on the floor, would be bringing those knees up into tabletop. So go ahead and bring those knees up into tabletop. Good. And now you're going to do it.
Without dropping Nala.
Without dropping Nala. Okay, so tuck the chin, come on up to a curl. Again, expand. Yeah, good. Beautiful. She's getting that. And then to take that one step further, we would have her exhale and extend the legs. And inhale and bring them back in. And as she works on her strength, the higher she goes, the easier it is. And the lower she goes, the more intense that's gonna be. And she doesn't like it there.
I don't like it there.
And that's fine. Up at the angle. So let's just play with that. Let's get this education pearl across to everybody. Take your legs straight up in the air while you kind of cave. Good. So toes right over her hip bones are going to be lighter because they're closer to her center of gravity, right? The more those legs start to get away, they get heavier and heavier and super heavy. And this is to the point where it's not safe for her low back. And so we don't want her to go beyond that. And so the closer it is to that center of gravity, the better. Okay.
Yep.
Another thing that you could do is you could put, let's do right foot on the floor, raise that left leg up, lower it down. Good. Right there feel okay for you? Can you still keep your marble in the center of your coffee filter?
I think so.
Okay. Now can you come up to your curl and start to pump your arms? And so she could do 50, the first 50 with her left leg up in the air, because you know they're hundreds. And she could do her next 50 with her right leg up in the air. Very good. She works on cue. Yeah.
Much easier.
Yeah, so that's a good way to start to gain that strength. It's working those obliques on the side, and she could probably get that leg a little bit lower as she does.